I travel all over the country helping my followers declutter and reset their homes completely for free, because sometimes the people who give the most are the ones who need it the most. This project was a little different for me because number one, I only had to travel to my backyard for this. This woman, Madison, lives in my hometown. And number two, she didn't seek me out. I sought her out. I felt God had put it on my heart to check in with Madison specifically and see if she could use my assistance. Turns out she could. Madison is an incredible single mom who spends her life pouring into everyone else around her. She fostered and adopted a 14-year-old daughter. She's raising a sweet baby boy who's just over a year old. On top of that, she serves on multiple nonprofit boards in our community. She leads the youth group at her church. She shows up for everyone. But like so many of us, she's walked through seasons of mental health struggles. And when you're carrying that much while also carrying the weight of the world for others, sometimes your home becomes the place where everything quietly piles up. So this reset wasn't just about decluttering, it was about creating peace. It was about giving her a space that feels calm, safe, and truly hers. A place where this woman who gives so much can finally find an escape to recharge. So let's transform her home. Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. It's been a while since I've shared a Chaos to Calm home, but I'm so excited to share this one with you. As always, YouTube pushes my content to others when my subscribers interact. So please like this video and leave a comment and then we'll dive in. As with all of my Chaos to Calm homes, I am never able to completely overhaul an entire house, so I try to focus on just a couple rooms. I had it in my head that I would tackle the kids' room and the bathroom. But then after much thought and prayer, I decided we needed to finally make Madison a priority. So I decided to tackle the bathroom and her bedroom. We all worked together to clear out the bedroom to give Luke enough room to work on assembling the bed frame in there. And then while he was doing that, I jumped over to the bathroom to work there. Anytime we go to a house, Luke will assemble as much ahead of time as he can. But the bed kind of had to be assembled in one go and in the space that it would live. He did assemble the nightstands beforehand though. For the bathroom, it needed a really good decluttering and a good cleaning. I never clean the homes I go to. That's not my specialty. I have no experience cleaning other people's homes, and I typically just don't have the time. However, with this house, I decided that I couldn't not clean it up. Luckily, I only live a few short minutes away, so I was able to run home and grab my cleaning equipment. The clutter in this bathroom was formed from what I call inherited clutter. Lots of donated products, as well as products that were in her grandmother's home that she ended up with after her grandmother's untimely passing. And like all of us, life was so busy that she never had time to properly deal with these products, so they piled up. She already had several bins in the bathroom, so I reused as much as I could. I focused on tossing expired products, using my SUM method for the rest. To remind you, my SUM method stands for space, utilization, and maintenance. If you check out my beginner's guide to decluttering video, I go into that method in detail over there. There was also a vanity in the bathroom that wasn't being used, so I made sure that we got rid of that. I just posted a video for my members recently talking about how if you have horizontal space, you will fill it. So even though the vanity wasn't being used, it was still filling up with clutter because the horizontal surface acted as a catch-all. So by removing space we aren't using, we stop that human tendency of dumping items. Apart from the vanity and the shelves, I did downsize her towels and the baby's bath toys. Again, human nature, if we are given an opportunity to procrastinate, we will. It's especially true with laundry. People think they need a ton of towels, but that's only because they aren't doing laundry frequently. If you follow my cleaning schedule, the 6-10 list, then you'll see that every day you should be doing one load of laundry. When you do that, you find that you don't need a ton of clothes or towels or whatever. So I downsized her to 2 towels per person and reminded her to stick to the daily 6. And she was absolutely good with that. They have in-house laundry. Their home is small. Their family is small. So 2 towels per person was totally doable. Beyond that, the bathroom just needed a good scrubbing. The sink was pretty stinky, so I cleaned the plug and the P-trap, flushed the pipes, And then I scrubbed the sink, the toilet, the floor around the toilet. I gave them one of my trash cans, of course, because every bathroom needs one of these trash cans, right? I swapped her toilet brush for a Clorox wand system because with the Clorox wand system, it has the soap in it. So you don't need to store a toilet brush and then your toilet cleaner, if that makes sense. So by removing her standard toilet brush and giving her the Clorox wand system, we also minimized how much she needed to own. And then I swapped the bathroom rugs just because they were black, and black holds all the dirt, all the dust, all the everything. So we went with a little bit of a lighter color. I mean, everything I did was simple tasks, right? It's the stuff I teach you every single day. Because my tips and methods aren't hard, the stumbling block isn't decoding what I teach you so that you can do it. It's just about getting started. We get so stuck on taking that first step that we just don't. That's why when I go to a house, I only need to spend like 4 to 5 hours there to make a difference because I'm not stuck. This isn't my house. I haven't been staring at the same piles for months and months. There's no decision fatigue for me at all. So if you can, try to detach your emotions from your stuff. Pretend you're me coming into your home. Be very objective about it, and you'll fly through it at that point. So you'll notice in the video, I kind of hopped around. So I first started on the shelves, decluttering, getting rid of the excess. Once I knew what I was keeping, I stopped because I didn't know exactly what I needed to organize. Like I didn't know what was going to be left in the other half of the bathroom. So I decluttered the shelf area. I didn't finish organizing. Then I moved on to cleaning. And then once I was done cleaning, I hopped back over to finish my organizing because when I was done cleaning, I knew like what we were keeping and what we were tossing. So hopefully that makes sense. I decluttered the majority of it. Then I went around the bathroom to see what was left to be decluttered and what was left to be organized. And then I put all the final pieces of the puzzle into place, if that makes sense. So once we finished the bathroom, we went back into the bedroom and we made the bed. Luke had hung the new battery-operated wall sconces and her artwork. I was so anxious to get the bed made because I knew it would just completely transform the space, and it did. That was the missing piece. People tell me all the time that they don't like a made bed. And sure, some of those people are telling the truth, but for most of us, we just haven't had a beautifully made bed before, so we don't understand what it can do for us and to us. I always explain how vital it is to create one space in your home that's your sanctuary, a place where you can hide from the stress that the clutter creates. You see, our brains are actually really simplistic in nature. If our brains can't see it, it doesn't exist. So while you're trying to work through the mess in your home, you still have one place that you can turn to for those moments when you need solace. Almost always for us, that place is going to be our bedroom. It typically is the room that makes the most sense. If we try to use a shared room like a living room as our escape, it's a lot more difficult to keep it tidy and stress-free because there's other people living in the space too. You have more control over your bedroom. Even if your kids sleep in your bed, every morning have them take their stuffies and their blankets back to their own room when they go get ready for the day. You want no evidence that others spend time in there. Our brain can't forget about the chaos if the chaos doesn't leave. Now, if I could be really honest with you guys, when am I not, right? When you support my channel, when you shop my Amazon store, when you interact with my videos, you are not just supporting me. You are supporting families like this. I am a Christian. I give away the majority of my earnings. And I just want you to know that you simply interacting with videos, shopping from my Amazon storefront first when you go to Amazon or whatever, those things are how you are contributing to other people's lives. And it is so important. It is so vital. So I just want to thank you for giving me the opportunity to take on these Chaos to Calm projects, because without you, I wouldn't be able to do them. So from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much.
Oh my goodness.
Do you like it?
We're sharing a room. No, we're not. Yes, I love it.
Oh, good. It'll be so nice.
It will be. Thank you guys so much.
Thank
you for staying for
like
so
it?
long. And oh my gosh,
Definitely.
it's so perfect.
I still gotta get aftershocks in the bathroom, but so what we do, because this is like basically our whole setup, is we don't sleep with it. This is a duvet insert and then a duvet cover, and they're kind of a pain to wash, so we don't use it, so you don't have to wash it very often. We'll like pull it back, and then we'll sleep with one of the other ones that's easy to toss in the washer, if that makes sense.
Oh my gosh, I looked at the bathroom and I fell in love.
You like it?
Yes.
Yay! In there.
Oh my god.
You like it?
She is so funny.
Again, guys, thank you so much for always supporting me, for interacting with my videos, for shopping my Amazon storefront. All of these projects are made possible by you. I'm doing the work, but you are the reason that I'm able to do the work. So thank you. Thank you so much for everything. Thank you for allowing me to step into these families' lives and help in just even a small way, like taking care of a bedroom or a bathroom. If you guys liked this video, please let me know in the comments if you want to see more of my chaos to columns. I actually have 3 films that I never posted, so if you want to see those, let me know. I've already done 2 for 2026, so 1 a month I feel like is a really good pace. But again, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to tune in Sunday to our video on an in-depth look at the basket method. I love you all, and glory to God.